Natalie or James or either or both of you have it. So please stand if you have a question. And we have one right here we'll start with. Tell us your name.
I'm Jamie Meyer. So my question is, will the app ever let us upload our own graphics to share?
Very good question. In our industry, we call that user-generated content. The answer is yes, but the answer is also we need to make sure that we have a compliance side of that. So kind of what Chris talked about. Remember, if you put something else out there by yourself, you take most of the responsibility for that. One SeneGence says, hey, we created an app, and we're now pushing that out. So we got to be careful with it. So know that that is something we're in the works on, but we just got to make sure on the compliance side we're good.
I forgot a thing that I was going to say.
Okay,
you reminded me. So as far as content goes, you guys, we have content in the app that is so great. That's something that you can add in weekly. Videos that are right there for you in social media contact, and there's going to continue to be more and more. And the thing that's so cool about that is you can see the people who click on it, which I think insights are so huge. And then it also is going to direct them to your social media or to your website, which is so huge, because I guarantee you anybody who watches the video and clicks on it and then they see the link, they're going to click on it. And it's going to take them then to a landing site, which is our Sena site. And regardless of whether they buy or not, it's planting just one more seed. And I promise you it's so much more effective than you just saying, go to my site if you have any questions. So utilize that and let that be a part of your content that you don't even have to think about because it's already there for you. And it's so well done that it really intrigues people.
Thanks, Natalie. And one more thing before we take another question. When you go into the Senebiz app, you'll notice there's a settings section. It's the bottom right button. Make sure to go in there and set up your notifications. There was a little talk earlier about sending out a shuffle card. Type that you have that. The system has that already with SeneGence specific content already in it. It will send you an email or a text message when somebody opens something up if you want it to. So go ahead and do that. And I know we need to do more training, but I thought, it would have been so boring if I was
going to say, James, we're probably due for a webinar on it, so that'll be.
We will, and we already have some plans, so know that that's already in the works.
That's great. Thank you. I think there's a question over here.
Hey, Amanda Fornham here. I have a question with the settings. When it says to change your password, and in order to change it, we have to contact SeneGence. What is the number, or who do we contact for that?
Good question. So SeneGence does two things really well. You guys sell the color really well, and you crash systems really well. You guys are really good at it. So along the initial launch, you probably had a crash that took place. And so two things real quick. If your system has it, if you're having that, then you had a crash, and unfortunately, you just delete the Senebiz app, re-upload it, and then put in it's just your same password as your Sena site. So you just use the same one. Your site, distributor sign-in, yes, sorry. Thank goodness Natalie's here. Because I could give you the wrong information. But so you'd use that, and then a lot of times we're hearing back, hey, I don't see that piece of content. It's just like on Facebook. You pull down from the top and it refreshes the page. So if you haven't done that, then there may be new content there that you don't even know about because you just open it up. So you pull from the top, have a little sprinter thing for hopefully only 2 or 3 seconds, and then new content's there. But if you take it down, re-upload it, put your username and password in there, it should work. If that doesn't work, then you need to contact SeneCare because something's wrong with your username and password. That's it. And I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. There may be some, but yeah, that's what you'll do.
Wow. Question right here. Stand first.
Hi, I'm Gabby. With the Senebiz app, when you send out the link, sorry, I'm short. Even when I'm standing, I'm still short.
There's a lot of blue out there.
When you send out the link, say post it on your Facebook page, and somebody clicks on the link, it sends them to a lead capture page before they can view the video. Is there a way to just share the video without making them input their contact?
Yeah, you have to turn it off. There's a section in there to turn off the lead capture in the settings.
There is? Okay.
Yeah. And that's a really good point. Sometimes maybe you just want to share something and you don't want that. Know that there's a lot more customization in there in that settings section. Thank you.
Another question? Question over there? Okay.
Hi, I'm Brittany Muller from New Orleans. My question has to do with something that you talked about, and I'm hoping that y'all can help because it's an algorithm thing, I think. So when you have been in the business for a while, you're added to so many LipSense groups that it feels like my feed of my own is always just full of lip scents and products and stuff like that. So I do think it's important to continue to know my customers and engage with them and have conversation, especially the people I haven't reached yet. But when my feed comes up, I'm not seeing their lives and their what's going on and what they like. All I'm seeing is this is in stock, or have y'all seen this issue, or here's a graphic you can use. Like, that's what I see all the time when I get on. And so I start to feel, and I think that the second fold of that is that I start to feel like, well, this whole market is saturated with lip scents, which I know isn't true, because when I go to the mall and look around, I'm like, ooh, girl, I can help you. So how do you kind of like flip the algorithm so that I still want to get that information, have those resources there, because I think that goes into the whole like sisterhood that we have, where we do help each other and share things, but at the same time, I want to be able to reach those customers and know them and have that base there.
So the more that you are liking and commenting and being interactive with the people that you want to see, those are the people that you're going to see. And that's why you see, like, I mean, I have the same thing. Like, my whole feed, somebody's like, oh, did you see this? I'm like, no. There's like so many, you can't see it. So if you have specific customers that you, or friends or whatever, that you're wanting to see their stuff, if you can't just go and actually look at them, click on their feed and see, because you want it to be more organic and just coming up, then you need to be interactive in theirs, which is really important, because you'll find if you are commenting and liking and being interactive with somebody, even just on their personal, then they're going to be way more apt to do that for you. And if that doesn't work, because I don't know how Facebook algorithms work like at all, then it's just literally reaching out and finding, like, taking the time and kind of like creeping on those people.
I have one other example for you too. So I recently, a lady sent me a friend request, and she has one of these lives that's like a train wreck. I mean, you're looking at it, things are going on, and I'm just looky-looing all the time. And then I found, like, why am I seeing this so much? Just because I was interacting with it a lot. I'm not really that good of friends with her, but she had all these things happening in her life that I kept looking at. And so what you're likely having is you interact so much with that Senegence content that's what you're seeing. So make a concerted effort to interact with content that is not Senegence specific as well, and you'll see a nicer mix there. But there's no way to flip the algorithm. It is what it is.
Okay, we have a question over here too.
Hi everybody, I'm Amanda. My question, it's kind of a multiple part question, and I'm not going to ask you. Part of it's for you, and it's going to be like completely statistical, and then it's kind of both of you. So, anyways, as far as content goes, as someone who's as someone who, like, you're in everything that you do is about the statistics of content and images and marketing and things like that, and getting it out to different types of people in all kinds of fields, you know what I mean? What's the best type of content? Is it an audio file? Is it a live video? Is it a video that's posted afterwards? Is it an image that, has one word on it? Is it something with multiple, like, what are like the top 3 kinds of content, like statistical? That's
Go there, and then let's have you ask the next person. Natalie, do you want to comment on? I can say what I know. Okay, say what you think. We had this conversation before. Natalie, she's like, I'm not a social media. Yeah, guess what? You are. You're really successful on social media. You're an expert. There's no college for social media.
Yeah.
Okay, there really isn't. So if you have a large following, you are now an expert. Expert Natalie.
So, no pressure. So I think that what I was saying about the engagement stuff that's going to engage people, and then I think 100% I would say Facebook Live. It's how people are going to get to know you, like you, trust you, and see that you're good at what you do. You can, when you're doing a Facebook Live, though, make sure that you're being interactive. Nobody wants to just watch you and you talk at them. Ask questions, and if you need to ahead of time, think of good questions. Think of questions that are going to be engaging to people. Maybe they're going to be funny if that's your thing. Maybe that you're going to talk about something that you like, so that you can get comments. Because the more comments you get, the more likes you get, the more hearts you get, all those type of things, they're going to boost your post. So I'll say, something silly like, okay, I have something so exciting to tell you guys, but I'm not going to do it until you give me a heart attack. Like, I want to see so many hearts that my heart's going to beat out of my chest. Just something dumb like that to try to engage them. So my long answer, whatever, is Facebook Live is, but I don't know if that's actually.
No, actually, it's the number one answer. Natalie and I met right before we were talking, and I said, guess what? My company didn't invent Facebook Live. It's already there, so you wouldn't recreate it again. So we don't have Facebook Live on the Cinebiz app because it's the perfect thing right now. But a year ago, was Facebook Live the best tool? No, it wasn't even anything.
I remember watching my brother first time, and I was like,
it's weird.
What, you're there? I was like the most foreign concept ever, and I typed, and then he responded, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, it was so confusing to me, which sounds so dumb now, but I couldn't even, like, it was just this foreign thing that's obviously evolved into, I was at the mall, and it kind of made me like, oh, I hated it so bad, but there's this, like, 9 or 10-year-old, and she's standing there with her friend, she's like, I'm going to go live. What should I do? Should I do Facebook, Instagram? I'm going to go live. I'm like, oh, my kid. But it's a thing, everybody does it.
Let me answer that question simply. Remember the slide I had up? That's you look good, girl. Think about that. That's a fun interactive post. You have no idea what they're going to say. My next one was an emoji post. You're trying to get some emojis involved. I don't use emojis personally. My wife sends me emojis all the time. So what am I telling you? You're hitting different demographics with a variety of posts. And the third one was a lip-sense American flag. What are you doing? You're appealing to a patriotic demographic that would like that. So that's why I picked those 3 posts. If you notice that Natalie's slide deck was amazing, but it was very Natalie, right? Very different from mine. And I'm willing to bet that some of you thought hers was incredible, and maybe 2 or 3 you thought mine was decent. But it's going to a different audience. And so we have to, if you're not diversifying your posting, things like that, then you're only hitting a certain type of person, which is not awful, but if you want to expand into the stratosphere of teams, then you need to do that. So
just remember your personality discs as you're posting as well, correct? You always want to appeal to the DISC in everybody, and it's going to take a different kind of post to do that. One more. We only have time for a couple more questions because, guys, I want to give you, I'm building in a 10-minute break that wasn't here. So if you can, we just want to get through a couple of questions. James will be available later for you to ask too as well, okay? One more question. Is there a microphone over there? Way in the corner. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Janelle. The question I have is more basic. First, a little plug. I did post here's a video that says, what is this lip sense stuff, which I posted on Facebook and immediately had a response from that. So that was good. I was happy with that. And no, they did not have to give me their contact information. In terms of using the app, I haven't used the app that much because it scared me. I synced my contacts and then I couldn't find a way to get rid of any. And if my 83-year-old cranky mother gets a video from me, I'm going to be slain. So I wanted to verify, and I looked at the training, but I still wasn't sure when I swipe people over to the cold, is that like deleting them? So the hots are people I'm working with, the colds I'm not. Okay. Should I unload the app and reload it? What should I do?
No, do not unload the app and reload it. That top left you found action says swipe, kind of like Tinder for contacts, right? So
that's amazing.
You go left and you go hot, that means...
No way.
Yeah. Tinder love. So if you go left, you go hot, you go right, you go cold. You may not have known this. If you go up, you actually hide that contact. So that contact actually hides. It doesn't delete, it just hides. If you go down, you skip. So if you want someone to go through a hot, cold contact list, right off the bat, they can go through 500 names. I'm not kidding you, especially if they're young and really good on their phone. They can go through 500 names, hot, cold, skip in like 5 minutes. So it's quick. You can, and then what you do is you go to hot and you have all the hot contacts. Those are the people you're going to reach out to. So that's what you would do. You would not delete. You would hide. Like I used the example of Natalie, but she corrected me, which is happening a lot today. I said, well, you probably would go cold or hide your grandma. She's like, no, grandma might like lip sense. I'm keeping her on it. Okay, well, great. So on the top left, it says swipe, right? You see that? Now, with that little circle, now play around with it in a circle. You'll see it'll do different things. Put your finger on there. You got it.
Woo woo.
Tinder for contacts.
Oh, sorry. So you guys say like and comment on things. Is there any truth to the algorithm that I heard it, I don't know where from, but it says like if you're just going through and just liking things, it's actually not going to count it as a positive algorithm because it's almost like you're spamming. Yeah, like you're spamming Facebook. So you have to actually sit and read the content that is being posted and then like or comment. Is there any truth to that?
Very little truth to that. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be real direct with you. That kind of question is not what you need to worry about. It is not enough of a problem that you need to put any time into that. Like the things you like, comment on the things that you should comment on, interact with your team, interact with other people. Very simple. Facebook is a macro look at things. If you're a like person, it doesn't have a hot sheet that says you only stayed there for half a second and liked it. It doesn't have that. And to be honest, just don't even focus on that. It's not worth your time.
And with that being said, we would like to thank James and Natalie. Please give them both a wonderful hand. Beautiful job.